want to be connected with time. Om Namah Shivaya means to be connected with time. Okay? So now, time is what we have is all about. Because time is what makes us do what we do. Everything in our life is regarding time. And so Shiva is the Lord of time. Time to love, time to move, time to get married, time to go to work, time to come home, time to get the money. It's always time to do this, time to do that. So time is what Lord Shiva is about. Time meaning, and the snake around his neck, it's called a kundalini, the chakra or the desire. It is our desire that creates time. How we desire it, how we feel, what we want. If you have no desire, you're contented. If you have desire, then you want more. Then you're not happy, right? So when you have no desire, you're contented with what you have, you're happy. But when you say I'm not happy, I want more, then you become unhappy because you're trying to get some more stuff. So desire can do that. Now, once you get what you want and you're happy with it, then you're happy, you're enjoying, you're contented. So time is what controls that, and ego is what controls that. Now ego is the key. We all have it. But you know, the gods, they like to play with our ego. The universe plays with our ego. And my favorite one is how always, whenever he plays with your ego, God benefits. God becomes the beneficiary whenever he plays with your ego. You know, in India, originally, 1,000 years ago, there was only one temple that began first. And that one temple, in that temple, as they started that temple, then they had a fight, they had a disagreement. The priest had a disagreement, there was ego involved, of course. The other guy said, no, listen, I'm not going to listen to you anymore. I'm going to go and make my own temple. And that's how the Gautam Buddha did. That's how the Buddhists were formed. Buddha religion was formed because of Gautam Buddha, who didn't agree with the priest, and so he went and started his own religion, which was the Buddhism. That's how Buddhism came. And so the whole, Chinese, Japanese generation got Buddhism because one guy disagreed with the other guy. You see how one ego and the God benefits in the process. Now there are thousands of temples because of the ego. So somebody says, well, I don't agree with you. So that was how how Muslim religion was formed. Because before it was all Hindu. All Iran and everything was all Hinduism. And then one day Muhammad says, I don't agree with you. I'm going to form my own religion. And that's how that came. If you notice, Muhammad was not a bright guy, so he says, well, I will do everything in reverse. So if you notice, they pray in the afternoon and so on, instead of the morning. And they pray to the moon instead of the sun. So as you can see, thousands of temples were born. The whole religion was born because of the ego. Because of our ego, we can spread the knowledge of God. So isn't that nice? That when you come and you have a temple and the guy says, I don't agree with what you're doing, so I'll go make my own temple. God benefits. Right? So it's important that we understand our ego. Our ego can really change the whole world. And that's what's happening in Libya and Egypt and so on, because one guy says, okay, I want to have $1 billion. I want to have the billions of dollars in my account, and I'm going to I'm going to be the dictator. And so what happens now is that that ego is what's destroying the world and also creating the world. In this case, with Egypt it was easy, but in Libya, Gaddafi says, my ego, we've seen his ego is like the biggest ego I've seen. And he says, oh no, I'm not giving it up. I'm going to kill him first, before I give up my position. So strong is our ego, right? But our ego also stems into our love life. Ego is very big in love life. You don't want your partner to be right, you want to be right. So that's the ego. And of course, you know, two people, they love each other, they're married and they're doing very well, but they go to, when they go to sleep, one turns the other way, and the other one turns the other way. Right? They have ego. They're dying for love, because each one wants to love the other one. But no, because of the ego, they're not going to touch or speak to the other person. They're going to turn their backs. So bad, so great is the ego that it can destroy even though we want to love, because of the ego we don't want to give in. We don't want to lose. Right? So someone told me the other day that they are happy because they are single. Do you believe that? Can anybody who is single be happy? No man is an island. We all seek love. And if we say we are happy while we are single, that means you're lying. Because that's not true. We all seek love. We all want love. Love is the only thing that can quench our mind's thirst for connection, for communication. We have to have love. The love between the children, the love between the mother and father, love between relatives, it's all love. But we must belong to something. So that's what Shiva is about in terms of the shielding. Love. More love is coming. Talking about love, more love is coming. So now, so because of love, countries can be destroyed. Houses can be destroyed. All kind of things can be destroyed because of love. It is love that makes us do things. And so when the lady came to see me, and she said she was going through a divorce, I said to her, I said, how much have you spent in this divorce case? She said it's almost $100,000 with a lawyer. So I said, so she wanted to know what's going to happen. I said, you're going to get back together. Now, they're battling, and they're battling over the ego, the money, the house, because they have the house and all these things, their business and so on, they're battling. So they went to the lawyer to get a divorce, and they're in the process of divorce, and then she already spent $100,000, and she asked the Swami, what's going to happen? I said, you're going to get back together. She said, I don't want that. I said, why? Because I spent $100,000 with a lawyer already. Now the answer was not because I love him. The answer was because, oh, I spent $100,000, I have to be divorced. So, look at how the focus, because of the ego, right? Because of the ego, the person doesn't think about getting back together with the husband. He's worried more about the $100,000. I told her, I said, if you gave me the $100,000 before, I would keep it for you. And then when you get back together, I'll give it back to you. But this is happening every day, all the time in this court system. You know? I had one lady the other day. She is a Brahma, of course, number one. And she is constantly calling me about going to the court because this guy owes her money. So she's been fighting for this money for about a year. And she is constantly saying, I have to take him to court. I took him to court and he doesn't want to pay the money. So we talk about all about this with the court, and then I finally ask her, how much money is involved? $500. $500. So her whole life is behind this $500 because she has to get this $500 back because her boyfriend cheated her $500. You know? But I don't think it was the $500. I think it was because the boyfriend cheated her. Because of the ego. We can waste our life behind something frivolous, something not important. Right? So, what it comes down to, we miss the little things. Remember we talked about last week about the penny and the 100,000. Right? We miss the little things. The little things are so important. And we miss them and we lose the pennies and we pay attention to the pennies and we lose the dollars. So that's what's important. We have to realize that there are important things in our life that's going to make us happy. Little things that are important. Okay? And how do you apply that in your love life? By controlling the mind. The reason why they went into divorce over $100,000 is because she has no control over her mind. And that's what the chanting and the meditation, the yoga and the spirituality is all about. Spirituality is not a religion. There's a difference between religion and spirituality. Religion is, oh God, I'm going to go to hell. I have to pray. Oh God, I'm going to go to hell if I don't pray. That's religion. Spirituality says, I want to know what's wrong with my life. I want to know about my life, where am I headed, what's my karma. So the karma is what you have to deal with. Right? And it used to be a long time ago that you go to the astrology, you read your horoscope in the newspaper and things like that, and it says it's a good day, and you expect a good day, and then it's a bad day. Then it's not a good day anymore. You feel miserable and say, well, my horoscope is wrong. Well, that's because the newspaper, that's an entertainment. Right? But your life has what you call a lot of connection with your karma, your parents and everything. So every one of us is connected. Every one of us is connected. Each one of us is connected. So your mother and your father is connected to you, whether you like it or not.